Good morning, YouTube family. Today I'll be coming up with an interesting application of artificial intelligence in the sector of healthcare via a web application. So, firstly, lately all of us are knowing that AI in collaboration with healthcare system is used to create some personalized healthcare solutions. So, what are personalized healthcare solutions? So, personalized healthcare solutions are solutions which are contextualized and basically analyzed in the context of a single person, and then the recommendations and the stuff comes in context with that person, and then that person can actually analyze the results, and through that it can basically help him take decisions regarding anything and everything that's concerning to healthcare. So we would be seeing a similar kind of application that is named Healthmate. So you can see that this is the application that is named Healthmate, that is your health buddy. This is a health solution which you can see is a health solution at a single place. So multiple things are being integrated in it, and as soon as we go forward, multiple more advanced features would also come up in this applications. So firstly, this application can help a person predict that what should be the amount of medical insurance that he should basically buy. So there are factors such as age which you can use, and factors such as gender, what is your BMI, how many children you have, do you smoke, and what is the area you live. So this has been contextualized to US data. So the fact that the southeast, northeast, northwest, southwest are in context to US data. So we'll just see the project, and then we would go through the internal details of it, that how it is created, what are the frameworks, and why those frameworks have been chosen. So you can enter, suppose you are of age 22, you are a female, and your BMI is say 22, you don't have any children, you smoke, and you live in northeast. So it will help you predict your medical insurance, right? So this is your medical insurance. This is one of the feature of this Healthmate application. The other feature of this Healthmate application is that it can help you diagnose diabetes. So we'll be seeing that also. So here multiple collaborations have been done in this project, so that every kind of a healthcare system can be provided to the user. So suppose here we can predict that is the person suffering from diabetes or not. Using this application, initially we predicted that what should be in person's medical insurance, and now we are predicting what is he at diabetic risk or not. So you can see that here he or she is at diabetic risk, and on top of that you can see that here you have tested for diabetes, and now you'll be seeing for stroke also, that this application even provides you a way to check about your stroke details. And basically you need to enter the gender, your age, what is your hypertension, do you suffer from hypertension, or do you have heart disease or not, what is your blood glucose level, and what is your BMI, and do you smoke or not. So this can also help you predict that whether you are at risk of stroke or not. On top of that, the third feature integrated in this application is that what is the mental health of your country. So apart from traditional healthcare systems, even mental health has been given importance in this application, and we'll be able to see how mental health can be used in this application, and then we will try to see the internal details of this project. Yeah, so the application is opening. Yeah, so basically if you'll enter the GDP of the country and perception of corruption, you will get a ladder score, and basically a ladder score of close to say 10 would be meaning that your country is very happy. So basically you can get an idea of how the happiness index of your country is, what is the status of diabetes, your stroke, and what is the status of your medical insurance through this application. Soon other features which will be more or less dependent on image processing and other high-end computer vision techniques would be added to it, so that this could be even more further made into a full kind of a solution for healthcare. So now we'll try to see the internal details of this project. So I told you about the reason that why we made this project, since this is a very essential part of AI where we can create customized and personalized AI solution to help the people fight anything. And in this case, we have shown how Healthmate is a single solution which can help you predict your medical insurance, your diabetes, your stroke, and as well as your mental health. So now again we would be seeing the architecture of how this project was built. So firstly, whenever a project is there in the pipeline, you have to follow a ETL kind of a process. ETL is slightly a fancy term, but yes, data would be stored in some sort of a database, and that has to be extracted and then processed upon and then tuned on. So in this case, we have used Cassandra database. So the question is why we have used Cassandra database. The reason for choosing Cassandra as a database for this project is since Cassandra is a NoSQL database. So what in case in future we will have to optimize the application to add some more features which we are planning to do, and then what we will be able to achieve is that the scalability of the application would go up, since the best part about NoSQL databases is that they are made on the big data architecture. So you don't have to basically spend a lot of time out figuring how you will scale up. It can be easily scaled up. And yes, the cloud version of Cassandra has been used. So again, your memory optimization is also a key out there. Then yes, end-to-end analysis, the graphs, the EDAs, everything was being plotted out. This is very important since this will only help you figure out the fact that what model you should train on what model you should not train on. Since the fact is there are various features which have some outliers and some transformations don't make domain knowledge sense, right? So all these things have to be taken care of, and then only you could end up fitting a ML model. And the model training approach was done in this case. We had used PyCaret, since lately PyCaret has been little trendy. So we just thought of why not integrate in this project, and we would also get a hands-on experience on it. And yes, hyperparameter tuning in PyCaret is also a simpler job, and yes, it was also done. And then yeah, so basically here multiple deployment frameworks such as Flask has been used for deployment, Streamlit has been used for deployment, so that we don't depend on one system and we actually create multiple systems for that. And the Heroku has been used as the cloud platform. So now, as I told you that what are the limitations and future scope, the limitations are there are 2 to 3 major limitations. First of all is a retraining approach that has to be integrated in this project, since the problem with most healthcare based AI solutions is that with over time you would find that their performance is degrading, right? Because some other data would come up, some other disease would come up in the system, and then everything would have to be changed. So rather than just redoing everything, there's a simpler retraining approach that has to be integrated. And some, as I told you, some image based modeling techniques also has to be integrated. That would make it even more complete for any of the healthcare solutions available. So thank you friends for being such a patient audience.